Some stories seem to play on repeat, even when fans wish they wouldn't. We've seen legends rise from obscurity, and we've also seen potential stars fade before fulfilling their promise. Right now, every fan wearing blue and gold knows the Golden State Warriors are facing a future full of questions, blending hope, uncertainty, and even a wild dream that could bring LeBron James into serious conversations. Before diving deeper into this whirlwind, true fans, show your support. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Every click means more than numbers. It's a symbol, a reminder that we're a family united by belief. Every pass, every shot, every rumor is part of our shared story. Are you with us? We've seen history repeat itself, no matter how hard we try to deny it. We watched an underweight, injury-prone Steph Curry transform into the greatest shooter the game has ever known. But we've also seen young talents vanish, either lost to injuries, inconsistent minutes, or questionable front office calls. That same fear now weighs heavily on fans again. The Warriors are at a crossroads. It's a quiet one, but it's filled with emotion. Hope, fear, frustration, and maybe even regret. And at the center of it all stands Jonathan Kuminga. After the storm of the first wave of free agency calmed, the NBA market cooled down. Big names found new homes, major deals were inked. But in San Francisco, one question still buzzes loudly. What should be done with Kuminga? He came in as a raw talent, a freak athlete with jaw-dropping explosiveness. Scouts saw the potential right away. He had his moments, thunderous dunks that electrified the arena, 20-point games off the bench, and flashes that made people believe he could be a foundational piece for the post-Curry, post-Clay, post-Draymond era. But those bright moments were offset by vanishing acts, games where he barely made an impact, lost in the rotation. That's a major issue in a franchise that thrives on seamless fit. Then came the bombshell. Brett Siegel of Clutch Points reported that the Warriors have a quiet plan. Keep Kuminga for now, extend his contract under the right terms, but be ready to trade him before the 2025-26 deadline. It's as if they're saying, "You're ours, for now, but only until something better comes along." This wouldn't be the first time the Warriors have made a strategic move like this. And it won't be the last. Inside that locker room, how does this affect the vibe? Imagine working hard every day, knowing you could be shipped out at any moment. For fans, it's all too familiar. Remember when Harrison Barnes left so Kevin Durant could join? Or when D'Angelo Russell was flipped for Andrew Wiggins in one swift trade? So many players have passed through as pieces in a bigger puzzle. That's the nature of the business. Still, every player who leaves takes a piece of the story with them. Timing is never perfect. Last season, Kuminga had a decent run. 47 games played, 10 starts, averaging 15.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. Not bad for someone coming off the bench. The year before, he did even better with more minutes. 74 games, 46 starts, 16.1 points, nearly 5 rebounds, 52.9% shooting from the field, and 32% from deep. That's the resume of a solid contributor, but not necessarily a franchise cornerstone. And that's the crux of the problem. The Warriors don't know whether to invest in a promising but uncertain future, or capitalize on his value while it's still high. And yes, there's interest. Teams would love to get a young athletic player with a manageable contract, someone they can mold. But no one wants to give up too much for potential that hasn't fully blossomed yet. Joe Lacob won't let him go cheaply. He sees Kuminga as a possible piece in a blockbuster trade, especially if the Warriors want to bolster the roster around Curry. There are whispers. Some say the team wants to make one last run with the core. Others dream bigger, Dreams that involve LeBron James. That's another story. But back to Kuminga. Fans are split. Some still believe in his upside. They cling to the what-ifs. What if he figures it out? What if he becomes essential? What if the Warriors trade him and he turns into a star somewhere else, as we've seen so many times before? It's heartbreaking to watch raw talent flourish on another team. But there are others who have simply run out of patience. They're tired of the inconsistencies, tired of waiting, tired of sacrificing wins for development. This situation mirrors others in team history. Take 2016, Harrison Barnes was well-liked, he fit, and he was a champion. But when Kevin Durant became an option, the team didn't hesitate. That led to 4 straight finals appearances and 2 titles. Sometimes, tough choices pay off. Each trade shapes the franchise's story, even when it's painful. The truth is, Kuminga isn't KD, not even close. He's pure physical ability, without the advanced basketball IQ the Warriors demand. Steve Kerr's system doesn't rely solely on talent. It relies on understanding, timing, movement, and trust. Kuminga hasn't consistently demonstrated that. So, the future remains uncertain. Could the front office keep him? Sure. Could they move him at the deadline? Also possible. Most likely? He's part of a larger trade package. But if he blossoms elsewhere, will it have been worth the gamble? That's the dilemma. Hold on and risk losing him for nothing. Or trade now and face the consequences if he becomes a star. Meanwhile, fans do what they always do. They cheer, argue, debate in group chats, reminisce, and hope that management gets it right. Because every decision echoes across generations. Today, it's Kuminga. Tomorrow, it'll be someone else. So what do you think? Should the Warriors hold on to him another year? Or is it smarter to trade him now and build a more competitive team? Have we seen this story before? Will history repeat itself? Or is there a surprise ending just around the corner? While the drama surrounding Kuminga simmers, another rumor, once considered fantasy, is gaining traction in NBA circles. What if, after all those years as fierce rivals, LeBron James joined forces with Steph Curry for one final act in a Warriors uniform? It sounds far-fetched, especially for fans who lived through the finals battles from 2015 to 2018. The thought of Curry and LeBron on the same side seems almost impossible. Their personalities, their legacies, entwined through epic victories and painful defeats, seemed destined to remain rivals forever. Those memories are etched into every fan's mind. 3 titles for the Warriors, 1 unforgettable comeback for Cleveland, silencing the Oracle Arena in 2016. Yet, the NBA has a way of rewriting its own scripts. Kevin Durant's move to Golden State once seemed unthinkable until it happened. So why not now, as Curry's window narrows? The rumor caught fire again after LeBron exercised his player option for the 2025-26 season. For some, it seemed routine. But when Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne hinted that teams, including the Warriors, might make a move, the spark became a flame. Golden State was the only team named publicly, and that detail matters. Anyone who understands Joe Lacob knows that when the Warriors move in silence, something big could be brewing. And Kuminga? He could be key. The idea of keeping him now, only to package him later, makes perfect sense in a potential sign-and-trade for LeBron. Pairing him with picks, expiring deals, and young assets might just get the Lakers' attention. Is it likely? Maybe not. But is it impossible? Never with this franchise. And it's not just a fantasy anymore. During the 2024 Olympics in Paris, Curry and LeBron were seen together, laughing, sharing the court, bonding. It didn't go unnoticed. Every LeBron move is calculated. If he truly didn't want to leave LA, he would have shut that door. But he didn't. Some fans see this as a perfect ending, a final chapter for the dynasty, pairing two of the game's greatest minds. Others see it as betrayal. After all, watching LeBron raise that trophy in 2016 still stings. Seeing him in blue and gold? That's hard to swallow. But here's the real question. Would you trade that discomfort for one more championship? The Warriors have gambled before. Many criticized the KD move, called it unfair. But would anyone trade those rings now? Probably not. LeBron isn't KD. He's older, more vocal, and commands influence in the locker room. But like Curry, he knows what it means to carry a franchise. That shared burden could be the very thing that makes the partnership work. Of course, fitting LeBron in would require sacrifices. Along with Kuminga, other young players and picks might need to be included. Maybe even recent acquisitions like Butler, who haven't panned out. It's a steep price, and it costs part of the future. But ask anyone still haunted by Dirk in 2007, Curry's injury in 2019, or last year's playoff exit. If not now, when? This is where everything connects. Holding on to Kuminga gives the Warriors a major trade chip. If he becomes an all-star elsewhere, it'll hurt. But if it leads to LeBron joining Curry, who's going to complain? This franchise knows when to trade the future for the present. It's done it before. It might do it again. Behind the scenes, players have opinions too. Curry reportedly isn't shutting the door. He knows time is running out, and he doesn't want to end his career with just 4 rings. Draymond might not love the idea of sharing the spotlight, and if Klay stays, he's still recovering physically. For fans who've cheered through thick and thin, is it worth the risk? Seeing LeBron, our greatest rival, lift a trophy next to Curry. Perfect ending or painful compromise? And if the Warriors don't act now, will they be forced into a rebuild that could last a decade? In the NBA, the impossible becomes reality every year. Legends switch jerseys we thought they'd never wear. And fans are left wondering, is this final chapter with Curry and LeBron just a dream? Or the ending this dynasty deserves? Right now, we're in the middle of the storm. Kuminga's future is hanging in the balance, and a once-impossible scenario involving LeBron suddenly doesn't seem so far-fetched. These decisions will shape not just rosters, but memories and legacies. Now it's your turn. Should the Warriors keep Kuminga until the deadline? Or are they just delaying the inevitable? Would you welcome LeBron in blue and gold, or reject that idea on principle? Let us know, because whether it's about Kuminga, LeBron, or someone else, one thing's for sure. This team's story is far from over.